I'm ZpaceMagOG here, and I know I haven't put gameplay up in a while, but I just like doing these kind of discussions, and you know, sometimes. And I wanna talk about, as you can see in the thumbnail and title, Battlefield 1, Destiny 2, and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So you know, the main first-person shooters that came out last year. Excuse me. So I have all of those games, and so you know that's the big Jesus. There's always the big battle between Infinite Warfare and always the big battle between Call of Duty and Battlefield. And Battlefield 1 is just 10 times better than Infinite Warfare. I just, so if you don't know, the way Call of Duty works, Activision, they have 3 different development teams. So, for example, Activision they said like about 3 or 4 years ago, actually before that, but they said, okay, each development team, you have like 3 years to develop this game, about whatever. So then, the first one was by Sledgehammer Games, Advanced Warfare, and the first in the new saga, the future. So then when they made that, now they have 3 years to make another, presumably, and then Black Ops 3 Treyarch have 3 years to make another. And I really like Black Ops 3. That's actually a fun game. And Advanced Warfare was really good as well, but not as fun anymore, per se, but it was fun back then. But Infinite Warfare, I actually have, it right here. I played like 5 matches of it, and I even have the Legacy Edition, so it's kind of a waste of money, to be honest. I haven't played it that much. Infinite Warfare itself. I have played Modern Warfare a bit, remastered. If you don't know, you get, thank you, you get Modern Warfare remastered with it, and all that good stuff. So yeah, this game isn't that great, so I definitely hope well, of course, they're going back to World War II, at least for the next game, which is by Sledgehammer Games. And they've had 3 years to develop that. So, oh, Jesus Christ, my table falls. Sorry. And then, well, let's talk about Battlefield. So yeah, Battlefield 1. I mean, they did a great job. It's a very fun game. Just me personally, I'm more into Call of Duty games than Battlefield games, and let me tell you why. Call of Duty is a lot more, not arcadey, but you know what I mean. Like, it's a lot easier to just, hey, I'm gonna play some of this, you know? You don't have to be the best. In Battlefield, well, you don't either, but at the same time, it's like, the maps are so huge, and part of me likes that, and the other part just kind of hates it, because there's too much space, and you know, in Call of Duty, it's always so intimate, and you always have someone to meet. You always meet someone in battle or whatever. You don't do that in Battlefield. You can run around for 2 minutes without even seeing an ally or a foe, and no. But then there's the vehicles, which is just a great part of Battlefield. I say Battlefield 1 is a great game. Battlefield 3 is still my favorite, but that's just because, you know, a lot of games, I bet if I played it now, it's not that great. The same if I played the Pokemon from 2007, probably wasn't that great. But it was back in 2007 when it came out, and I played it as a 6-year-old. So, you know, and yeah. So just between Call of Duty, like if you're considering buying a new one, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare versus Battlefield 1. Buy Battlefield 1, definitely. But if you're like purchasing Black Ops 3 or Battlefield 1, I recommend Black Ops 3, just me personally, because it's basically Black Ops 2, just kind of cooler, but at the same time not. But that's because Black Ops 2, I played that so much when I was, smaller, and yeah. And then Titanfall 2 is the last game. So if you don't know, Respawn is made of I can't remember his name, the lead guy, Vince Cellahan, someone said, I believe. Vince Zampella. Vince Zampella. That's the guy who made the studio with some other guys. So basically, when Modern Warfare 2 came out, there was some trouble and stuff that Activision wasn't giving the guys at Infinity Ward, who made the game, who also made Infinite Warfare, just saying. They didn't give him enough of the money they promised, because the game was so successful and stuff. So, and things, not stuff, whatever. So some of the guys, a lot of the guys at Infinity Ward, thank you, camera. A lot of the good guys, the guys who were good, said fuck you, Activision, and they just left Infinity Ward because they, Infinity Ward works with Activision. So they made their own studio, Respawn Entertainment, I believe, just Respawn Studios, yeah. And then it's 2014, right? Or 13, I don't even know. 13, that sounds nice. Anyway, they made Titanfall, which at the time when it came out was very, was criticized a lot for being like a Call of Duty killer or a Call of Duty scam, but it really wasn't, because there was the Titans, and a lot of people didn't like that. Personally, I liked it because it brought a lot more diversity to the battle, and it wasn't just, hi, I'm a man, you're a man, well, human, whatever, not to be sexist or anything. A lot more fun when you're in a Titan. And I also like the idea in Titanfall, if you don't know, there's like these grunts, they're AI people. They don't have nearly as much health as players do, but they're kind of like a little thing. If you don't kill them, you're probably gonna get killed by them. They can kind of annoy you, and distract you, so an actual enemy player can attack you. I really like that. Jesus Christ, I would really like that in Battlefield 1, if I'm honest. Just some kind of minions, just running out, so it's a bit more action. I know there's 64 player battles now, but it's just still 32 or 64 players. It's a lot. Sounds like a lot, but when you're on a big map where one person is like 500ths of the map, it just nah. But yeah, Titanfall 2. I don't really know the changes, but it's a lot better than Titanfall 1. I played Titanfall 1 last time I played it, says on Origin at least, September 14th. Was it 14th? Sorry, you can hear mouse clicking now. September 13th, 2014. So, and don't get me wrong, it was a great game, and it had the smart pistol, which was kind of OP. You can just run around in multiplayer and you have this smart pistol that auto aims at people inside your FOV. Well, in the entire FOV, I don't think, but a big part of the middle of the screen, just that it auto shot. And it was kind of OP. And that's also in Titanfall 2 campaign, but not in multiplayer anymore. Well, I believe it is like as a card ever. Yeah. So Titanfall 2, great game. They have like these kind of, actually, do they have it in Titanfall 2 anymore? I can't even remember. At least they had in Titanfall 1 these kind of cards you could equip whenever you died, and until you respawn you could equip like a card that gave you like a gun or like an ability or something like that, and I can't really remember the first game, but we're talking about the second game as well. In the second game you have like different classes. There's like a cloak class, there's a grapple hook, there's a lot of other classes I can't remember really. I've only played as a few, and I haven't played Titanfall 2 since December 29th, when I completed the campaign. So, and I completed it on Master, so I'd say I'm pretty good at the game. I'm not that high level in multiplayer because, well, just this was kind of a long video, but well, if I match Titanfall up against Titanfall 2 up against Infinite Warfare, definitely buy that. Titanfall 1, don't buy Infinite Warfare, just don't. Titanfall 2 against Black Ops 3 though, it's kind of depending on, like, if you're a person like me who likes Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty both a lot, you have to kind of decide yourself, do I like Battlefield? The Battlefield kind of, you know, bigger maps, not that big, but still, you know, big maps with kind of vehicles. You like that, or do I like intimate little maps with only players, which is kind of the Call of Duty side? So, I mean, if you like Battlefield the most, then choose Titanfall. And so yeah, Titanfall is kind of a mix of Battlefield and Call of Duty in a way, because it is also made by the guys who made Call of Duty. They just added in kind of vehicles, which in this case are Titans. And all in all, I'd say I'd say buy Titanfall 2, because it's a different game, it's fun, and yeah, fun game. This was kind of a lot, not that long, but like around 12 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, there's a like button like somewhere down there. If you don't have we'll have a different layout, or if you're on the phone, there's probably down there or something. But please click the like button so it turns like blue, and then you can see if you liked it, not the dislike button, so that turns grey or blue. No, don't. The dislike button just doesn't exist. Oh, and then there's also the the notification button to get notifications when I upload or something. Please click it. It would be very nice, but you don't need to. And my hair looks messy, but it isn't messy. It's not even. It doesn't even. Yeah. I don't know what. Now my hair sticks up. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, that's just. What the fuck? It looks absolutely. I need to just my hair right. Okay. I don't know what this video is anymore. No, and then there's also Destiny 2 coming out, but that's kind of a different game. It's a grinding game. Yeah, so all in all, personally, I think Titanfall 2. And I know this wasn't the greatest kind of a guide to buying whatever game of those three. I just kind of wanted to sit down and talk about the games and what I thought of the games, and think what games are the best. But yeah, I also said other stuff, so subscribe button is what I'm at now. Subscribe button, like there, or all around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. But by the way, this weekend I watched a movie called Tropic Thunder. It's like a comedy with Ben Stiller. Tom Cruise is also in it, but it's kind of like a minor role. Ben Stiller, Robert Downey Jr., who's a black guy apparently, and a guy who in Big Mama's House played his son. Great actors, and it is very fun. And there's also a guy called Reggie Lee, which is from Prison Break, and I kind of just a few months ago began watching Prison Break, and now I'm at the 4th season, almost done, so I can begin watching the Prison Break sequel on Viaplay. So if you've watched Prison Break when it came out or whatever, just so you know, on Viaplay, I don't know if it's anywhere else, not on Netflix at least, because it's a Viaplay exclusive, so I don't think it's anywhere else, but on Viaplay there's a new series called Prison Break sequel, with Michael's not dead apparently, so yeah, I mean, check that out if you like Prison Break, and I definitely recommend watching Prison Break before that. And yeah, and Prison Break is also on Viaplay, so like You can watch both on Viaplay. I watched Prison Break on Netflix because I just like Netflix better than, like, more than Viaplay. I just think their layout and UI and the way things are better. Because on Viaplay, it's like, it says the IMDb score, like stars, instead of on Netflix you can actually upvote it now. Now it's upvote and download like YouTube. That's kind of weird. You don't have the stars anymore. So now you have, if you're on PC at least, you can go on details and you can write a review, and then you can give stars. It's very weird. When the first time I saw the new like and dislike function on Netflix, I was like, why add in that when you have like a more detailed 1 to 5 instead of just I like it, I hate it, you know? No. Okay, this video dragged on 5 minutes longer than it should have. I'm sorry. So I'll see you guys next video, and until then, you know, you look at look at Star Wars. I don't know. Let's get into the game. Let's get my pro gaming glasses on. Totally real Ray-Ban. Whoa. It's at some point when it was like blankets selling it and sort of McDonald's in pizza, but yeah. And if you couldn't hear what I was saying in Italy, like, those are not real Ray-Bans in Italy. There was like these like 3 black guys outside of McDonald's in Pisa, selling. 2 of them sold sunglasses, 1 of them sold watches. It was like, oh, here's a Giorgio Armani watch, totally real, legit, bruv. So I did. It wasn't, but it was like €5 for a pair of sunglasses. Normally they cost like 15 or 20, but then we got them down to 5 because we're like a group of 7 or whatever, and we just bought a whole load of them. I bought 3, I think, or 2, and then I traded one of them. I had like I bought basically these, but just with black glasses, and I traded them for these for some reason. Right, like now I'd rather have, you know, ones with black glasses, but I don't want to go to Italy to buy fucking fake Ray-Bans again, because I really like these, you know. I know they're fake Ray-Bans, and these, the Ray-Ban logo you can just pull off like real easily, but I like the sunglasses. I just kind of wish I was black there, but doesn't really matter. Why is this video 18 minutes long when it's just supposed to be 10 minutes? I don't know. I'm just gonna end the video now before I start talking about something else like Coca-Cola or Oreo or Reason or Jordan clean between sticks regular size, you know. Yeah. I was about to pick up the mic and drop it, but that's probably not a good idea. First off, might break the mic. Secondly, you're probably going to be deaf, so I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. So, end the video. I'm serious. End the fucking video. You're fucking...